Hey everybody, in this video I'm going to take you through how Tony Robbins' success cycle made a massive difference in my business and how I was able to create massive amounts of momentum and revenue off the back of it. So the Tony Robbins success cycle, if you don't know, is the beliefs we hold influence the amount of potential that we have, the potential energy, the spring force, if you will. If you back up a spring, it has more energy in it to launch something off it. The stronger our beliefs and our purpose of what we're doing changes that backed up pressure, okay? When that happens, we then have more potential energy to take bigger actions. The bigger actions we take, and the more actions we take, the more results we get. The more results we get reinforces the beliefs that we had, puts more pressure on that spring, creating more potential, and we get bigger results because of bigger actions and so on and so on. And so I'd recently been to Unleash the Power Within Tony Robbins seminar in Sydney, and after that I made a massive transformation. I said to myself, I want to raise my revenue by a certain amount in the next 3 months. I said in 3 months time I want to be here, and I was able to do that in 3 weeks. Okay, and so I said to myself, well, I had a second goal after that. What if I can reach that one as well and do that for the next 3 months? And so I got there 2 weeks after that. So instead of taking 3 months plus 3 months to get to my goals, I did it in a total of about 5 weeks' time. And the reason I did that was because if I had stronger beliefs about what was possible, stronger beliefs about myself, about my reality, about what I can achieve, it meant I had more potential energy to take bigger actions because I believed in myself. I could go after more things. People were more confident in me and my ability, my certainty. I was building more trust, more authority, all of it, right? And when I did that, it meant that I took bigger and better actions. And when I took bigger and better actions, I got bigger and better results, which then reinforced my beliefs, and so it went up and up and up. Now, this is not about puffing yourself up, but successful people have successful mindsets. And we have a successful mindset, we take more successful actions and achieve more successful results. And wealth is a mindset, and so is poverty. I grew up very poor, mother on a benefit, single mum, tiny house, no real opportunity except for what the system provided me. And because I didn't have anybody around me that was successful, I just didn't believe it was possible. I believed life was hard. I believed that I was owed something. This is bullshit, and why is things like this? Until I met some people that were successful. I met my girlfriend at the time, and her father was very successful. He ran a $1 million general practice doctor clinic. Had lots of practitioners in there. We went on trips to Fiji, skiing, all these things that I never had done and never thought was possible. And I got exposed to a different way of looking at life, a way where there was abundance around me, a way where there was opportunity. That alone helped change my belief pattern and set me on a trajectory of starting to improve myself. And over time, I understood myself better, I made better decisions, and that led to ultimately going to Tony's event, which would never have happened if I hadn't have done that before, because I hadn't been exposed to that. So when we talk about wealth and poverty being mindsets, I'm not talking about actual money here. There are people that are wealthy that have no money. I've been to India and I've seen like 3 generations, grandma, mum and kid, living on the street. And you look at it objectively and you think there's some basic human needs and rights that are not being met there. But the kid is happy and playing, they're talking with each other, they're cooking dinner together, they're having a nice time, they're taking care of their space on that street corner. They're not just lying there doing nothing. They're living their lives within the bounds that they have. And they are wealthy in love and connection and family. They might not have money, but they're wealthy in their own way. And then we see some people in different parts of the world who have more than that, and they've got government assistance, or they've got other situations, but they're not wealthy in mindset, and so they're living a poverty existence. I used to live a poverty existence. I used to have scarcity. There was this competition type worry. People are going to take away my clients. I'm not going to be able to keep them. You know what I mean? There's too much competition. Life's too hard. I can't achieve that. And when that started to change, and I really noticed it after going to this event, was I had a different headspace about how things were. I realized that there is plenty of abundance, and if this person can do it, then I can do it because I can model them. And wealth is finances, it's opportunity, it's happiness. And there are plenty of people who have lots of money who have poverty in other parts of their life. And so when I'm saying this, I want you to realize that this is not about the money itself. This is about opportunity and the actions we take, and this is about how we view things. And what this meant for me, the Tony Robbins success cycle was changing that headspace allowed me to achieve more. And I literally overnight made a massive transformation. Literally, like the next day after doing this process with him, everything started to change. And within those 5 weeks, my revenue went through the roof. Not because I wanted to make any more money, because I didn't need more money, my practice is enough to live off, but because I was impacting more people. And when I was impacting more people, it meant that I was making a bigger difference with them, I was connecting with more people, I was getting better results, they were happier, and because I was focused on the abundance that I had already. I have a lovely wife, I have a beautiful boy, I live in a lovely country, I have great opportunities around me. I could see more of that opportunity. And when I saw more of it, I realized that it was all there and that I had so much of it. And so I was content. And being content and fulfilled meant instead of focusing on what I didn't have, I focused on what I did have. And it allowed me to have more energy to be grateful and then go after more stuff and realize that I can give with that. And by giving, I then received because I have a program. And that's how I provide value. And just like you provide value in your practice to your clients by offering your services, you spend your time and effort and energy to help those people, and you get rewarded with payment and rewarded with the good feeling of the results that you're getting. When we change our beliefs, we change our potential. When we change our potential, we change our actions. And when we change our actions and we make actions, we get results which reinforce that belief. And this is both a positive cycle and a negative cycle. If you believe that there is scarcity, you believe there is competition, you believe you can't do it, you believe you're too old, too dumb, too this, too that, then what happens is your potential goes down, which means your actions you take go down. You either don't take actions or you take actions that don't support what you're trying to achieve, and that then influences the results you get, which reinforces the beliefs. Oh, I tried to do Facebook ads, it didn't work, right? You didn't really try. You did one ad one time and it failed, and you said, Facebook ads don't work. After that, the results, sure enough, Facebook ads didn't work, because you did a half-assed job, or you didn't get any kind of coaching around it, or you just implemented it once. I have clients that have done it. They've done ads once, and I'm like giving them the framework that will make them $1 million, and they don't do it, and they don't get results, and they then believe, this doesn't work. I'm like, no, it does. You just didn't do it enough and do it properly. Do it, realize what's happening with it, learn from it, and if you're not achieving the result that you want, keep going and just change direction, change direction, change direction. Anyone who's successful has failed. It's your ability to keep going and find new ways of doing that that gets you success. And if you're not getting results because you're not taking the right actions, then that influences your beliefs. But if you hold a strong belief about abundance and then you make actions that support that by going and doing stuff, then you're going to get results which will reinforce that belief. And even if at the start you're failing with it, it doesn't matter, because your beliefs are strong. You're going to be able to keep your shit together and keep going, because being successful just comes down to your ability to solve problems. And one of my mentors said that, if you want to be a millionaire, if you want to be rich, if you want to be successful, just solve enough problems. And it's the same thing. And the analogy that they used was that movie with, Matt Damon, Martian, I think it was, sort of a while ago. And he was asked by a bunch of people after he got back. So basically he went to Mars, he got trapped there, he made his way home. And at the end, they're kind of asking him, what do you do? And he said, well, solve problems. That's how you get home. It's not about thinking about everything and freaking out. It's about looking at the next problem in front of you and solving that problem and doing the math. And it's the same thing in business. It's the same thing in life. If your relationship is not good with your wife, start solving problems within that. How am I acting? How is the environment affecting things? What can I do in myself to make this better? Don't blame and try and change them. Change yourself and take better actions. That'll influence the results. You'll get better beliefs because of that. More potential, more action, more results, more beliefs, more potential, more action, more results. And it's a cycle. And so I want you to try and do that. After this video, I want you to think about something that you're not achieving in the way that you want. And I want you to look at the beliefs that you hold about it. Are those beliefs in abundance? Are those beliefs in scarcity? Are those beliefs supportive to what you're trying to achieve? For example, if I want to be a millionaire, right, but I believe that to be a millionaire you have to be a bad person who steals from people, then by being a millionaire, I'm going to be that bad person because that's what I believe, which means I'm never going to take any actions that are going to actually help me to become a millionaire, even though I want to become a millionaire. Right? And if you guys listening to this, you can't see me do air quotes, but I'm doing air quotes, because you're just going to self-sabotage and not take any action because you don't want to get the results because you believe something. So change your beliefs. Focus on what beliefs that you have that are going to support the narrative that you want for your life. If you want to be successful in practice, What do you have to believe about yourself, about your clients, about the community? It doesn't matter how much competition is there. If there were 1,000 clinics doing the exact same thing around you and there are only 1 million people in your city, then that's 1,000 people each. Can you serve 1,000 people? Probably not. Can the average? Definitely not, which means that really you've got access to a lot of people. So the belief that there's competition is going to stop you from doing stuff because you just believe there's competition, that's why it doesn't work. Bullshit. Okay? It's bullshit. So just start looking at what beliefs you have, what actions you're taking, and then are those things lining up to produce any kind of results? Because if they're not, then you need to change something. And the easiest way to change something is to model somebody who's successful. So what I want you to do is I want you to go and check out the link that I put around this video. It's jamesnielsenwatt.com, and I want you to go and check out my website and have a look around. Have a look at some of my student reviews. Have a look at some of my content that's there. And if you have questions, reach out. There's a free training. There's heaps of free content. There's client testimonials and interviews and things like that. Just look at it and realize what's possible if you take actions. And then what I want you to do is make sure you watch that free training. That's on my website. And I want you to book a strategy session if it makes sense to you, and I want to have a chat with you. I want to see how we can help double your practice in the next 90 days. Other than that, I'll see you guys in the next video. But in the meantime, trust me, this process works. If you believe it's strong enough, you'll take better actions. Beliefs by themselves won't manifest things. You can't just law of attract stuff to you. Okay, it doesn't work like that. You have to believe, and then it attracts things towards you because you can see the opportunity there now. But you have to take the action to grab it. It's like when you buy a new car and suddenly you see that car everywhere. You suddenly see the car, but that doesn't mean you have all of those cars. You've just noticed them all. You still need to take action to get those cars, as an analogy, right? If you want 5 Teslas and you start focusing on Teslas, now you see them everywhere. Now there's 5 of them. You have to do something to be able to get you those 5 Teslas. It's the same thing with clients. But you have to take purposeful action, and you have to have solid beliefs of abundance around that. So go and do that. Leave a comment. Message me if you've got any questions. I'd love to help. Otherwise, I'll see you guys next time.